You think you know how to play until you actually see yourself playing. Let's speak a little bit about the importance of the game analysis of your own games. First of all, as we discussed, spacing in the offense and in the defense is one of the crucial parts, because we can be doing the right thing, but if we are at the wrong spot, it's not going to work. So first part, why it's important to see yourself playing on the video, is to understand exactly where you are, because then you will understand what you need to fix. Sometimes maybe you will be thinking that you are close to the cage, close enough, but you actually aren't. And you're not able to understand this until you see yourself. Coach might be telling you sometimes that you're at the wrong spot, but they can't keep reminding you. They'll just say it once. If you don't fix it, you're probably going to have less playing time, and that's not going to go well down the line. So first part, why it's important to see yourself playing, is to understand where you are exactly in every part of the game, defense and offense. The next part is that you need to be aware of all of the mistakes that you're making during the game. Passing, shooting, if you have your hips down in the defense, and every single detail matters. Your coach and your teammates are not able to cover all of them. That's why you need to take responsibility, and you need to watch yourself in the duration of the whole game and write down where you made the wrong pass and why. Where you made the wrong shot, maybe wrong shot selection, or maybe you took a shot at the wrong time, and you need to write down why you did that. And then the next part, if for example in defense you have your hips down, as we said, if you're not shot blocking, your hips should be up all the time, and you need to write this down. And for every single mistake that you make in the game, you need to understand when you made it and for what reason it happened, so you're able to fix it. Again, if you already know where the problem is, you already solved half of it. But as I said, if you don't see yourself making that mistake, you don't even know that it happened. So that's why you really need to watch in detail every single offense and defense in the game that you're playing. In theory, maybe you know how you should have your body position when you're shooting. And maybe you're doing it well in the practice and in most parts of the game, but sometimes your position is off. You need to know exactly when is that happening. Is that in the fourth quarter when you're tired and we had 2 counterattacks and then your body position was off? You need to understand when did that happen and why did that happen. Because even though you understand something for most of the game and you actually know how to do it, sometimes there are some outside factors that are affecting you, and then you can't be having proper body position. And that is just one of the examples. Sometimes we know what we need to do when we need to do it, but for some reason we don't do it. Those moments in the game need to be captured, and we need to understand the background for what reason did that happen, so we can solve it. I know that after the game you maybe come to your coach and say, hey coach, what did I do wrong and what can I fix? So put yourself in a coach's position. Coach has maybe 15 or 20 more players who are coming with the same question, and the coach simply isn't able to cover every single detail of every single player. That's why I am telling you to take a responsibility for understanding yourself as a player and how you are behaving in all of the different factors, all of the different situations in the game. If it's a tight game, if it's an easy game, or if you are tired and maybe you are frustrated for any of the reasons, you are the one who needs to do the self-reflection, and you are the one who needs to understand yourself better than anyone else do. By watching your own games, you are doing it, and you start understanding yourself as a player. Because again, maybe sometimes you're doing something correctly in 90% of the cases, but we need to understand what is happening in this 10%. Are we tired? Are we not focused? Whatever it is, you need to understand it. So self-reflection is the key to progress. It's easy to come to the point where you are you're playing well in most of the parts of the game, but to improve from that point, you need to really go into detail of your own behaviors in the duration of the whole game and in different kinds of the game.